Welcome back, guys, to the unit on a pretty wet and miserable day. This morning started out quite nice. It was a bit overcast, but now it's just really fine rain and not very nice. So kind of pleased I'm in here. So eBay has been pretty rubbish this weekend, really. I've got a few sales to pick, but not a huge amount. So yeah, it's been a bit of a rubbish week. So first off, I had a return, which came back to me, but that was fine. That was not a problem. Returns happen. But then after I had to refund it, and that was like £30 odd refund. I had my shop fees come out, plus had generally quite low sales anyway over the weekend. So my payout for the week, which I get paid weekly, has been fairly low. So I've really got to up it. I've got to do something to try and boost that income coming in. It happens from time to time. It's that time of year. It's people aren't really buying stuff. I know in a couple of months' time things will start really picking up again and start ramping up towards Christmas, which we're not allowed to talk about yet, apparently, with a lot of people. But yeah, it's still annoying, and it's not what I want to be doing. I need to boost it somehow. I don't know how exactly, but yeah, there you go. That's the reality of reselling. It's so up and down. I knew this coming into it full time because I've been doing it part time for 2 years or so, something like that. But yeah, it still doesn't always prepare you for the really sort of bad weeks that you can get. I've got to look at other ways to boost my income. I think it's something I'm always trying to think about, different ways of getting money coming in. So at the minute, the ways I've got money coming in obviously is eBay, the majority of it. A few bits coming in from Vinted, not a huge amount because I don't list much on there. Well, many high value items on there. So yeah, it's just a little bit trickling in. Some YouTube, not a huge amount at all, but it's just again a little trickle here and there. The odd video might shoot up and have quite a few thousand views, and that might bring in a tenner or 15 quid. It's I think people think YouTubers make a hell of a lot of money, but we don't at all. Especially people sort of fairly low on the ladder. But yeah, so that's another way. But I there's so many sort of different ways I want to try and boost income, but I just haven't worked out quite how yet. But I might try and use some of this week, which might be a bit quieter because of not many sales, to list as much as I can, but two, to try and get down on paper some other ideas of how to get some recurring income coming in, however that might be possible. I don't really know, but thought I'd keep you up to date anyway to give you an idea of how it feels to be a full-time reseller. But right, in the meantime, I shall pick the orders that I've got. Weirdly, I think I got paid out today, and I think I've had probably not vast majority, but I've had a lot of sales today. So yeah, let's just pick what I've got. Apologies if that was me just gibbering a lot of stuff. That tends to happen. I just sort of I don't think about what I'm saying. I just say what I'm thinking, which is a very different thing. As you can probably tell by my videos, they're not exactly choreographed. I don't have a script. It's just I just kind of go with what I think. Sometimes I have a rough idea, and yeah, and see what happens, see what comes out. But let's pick some orders. Apologies if it's a bit dark in here. I just haven't got the door open very much because the rain is coming down. So yeah, hopefully you can see me alright, because I can't see much. So it's anyway. First up, we have a bundle of books by Richard Latimer, all different titles. a lot of them are this kind of sort of design. There's lots of that design. I've not heard of Jonathan Latimer personally, but someone else has, obviously, or wants to get to know him a bit better. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books. They have sold for £20 plus postage. A bundle of That's Not My books. I think there's 10 in total. 2, 4, 6, 10 books sold for £19.99 plus postage. There's so many of these. If you can get a big bundle of them, they can sell for quite good money. So yeah, always worth keeping an eye out for if you see them like 20p each or something like that, because you can put a bundle together fairly easily. You have to just be careful of the condition, because obviously they're kids books, so kids books might get food on them or whatever. A couple of little Turtles toys have sold for £9 plus postage. Picked these up on a jumble trail. I think I paid like 20p each or something, and wasn't really sure if they'd be worth it, and they've sat around for a while, but yeah, nice profit on them, so that's good. Golf club has sold. It's already packaged up because this was actually the return I got. So I sold it. I had listed for 35. Someone sent me an offer of 30. I accepted. Got to them, then they opened a return saying didn't like it for whatever reason, which is, again, is fine. It's just, you know, annoying, but it happens. I relisted it, and then a day later it sold for the full asking price of 35. So very nice, and it's all wrapped and ready to go. A VHS. I'm sure. I don't think this has been bought by George Ross, but he does love a bit of Jurassic Park. So Jurassic Park and The Lost World all on one VHS. That has sold for £5.99 plus postage. That was free. Right, tennis racket has sold. It's actually a Yonex one, which I picked up. I think I've paid £6 or £7 in a charity shop for this one, because the prices looked pretty good. So it's a fluff on it from inside. It's actually in a Wilson case, but it's a Yonex thing. So yeah, that's what it took me a little while to find it. I thought I'd actually might have sold it already or sent it out already or something, but yeah, luckily I found it, because that has sold for £49.99 plus postage. Tennis rackets are definitely one to look out for. I've done pretty well with tennis rackets. I've still got quite a lot to sell, but yeah, it's not something I'd really ever looked at before, but all of a sudden I started looking at them and picking some up, and now I've probably got about 10 or so listed, something like that. But they all sell pretty good money, and there's a lot of interest in them, so worth looking out for. Now this is a nice little sale, because this is just a bunch of random books that I've sort of accumulated over time. I've put them all together, sold them as a like antique red hard book bundle, basically just like that. There's a few in there actually, not terrible books. Got War and Peace, for instance, but there's only part 1 and part 3. There's no part 2. There is Rudyard Kipling. There is Vanity Fair, Black Beauty, Jane Eyre. So there's quite a few of actually not bad books, but then the other ones aren't so good. Just sort of, but as a sort of eye-catching shelf piece, I think they look really good. So I put them together because I've seen other people do it, so I thought I'd try it. And they've sold for £13 plus postage. So not huge value, but considering it's a lot of books that I would have got for nothing and on their own aren't really worth much, it's a nice way of bundling them up. So yeah, definitely worth giving it a go. Let me know if you do it, or if you try it, and maybe try different colours. And I've kind of started putting together other piles of green and blue and black and things like that, but I've only got a few that I've sorted out so far. But yeah, definitely something I want to try more of, just to clear more books and makes it look pretty. I picked this up from a charity shop last week, got it listed and it's sold. That has sold for £8 free post. It's just the Peter Jackson's King Kong collector's limited collector's edition steel tin one. So it's just a game, but it's in a quite a cool tin. So yeah, I picked it up in a big bundle of stuff. I think I paid a tenner for a load of stuff, and I have easily got my money back. So yeah, happy days. Season 5 of The Flash has sped out the door. I'm not gonna try and stop telling jokes because I can't, but I try and limit it and maybe try and do some good ones, but it's probably not likely either. So season 5, brand new and sealed, has sold for £12 plus post. No, sorry, £12 all in. I got that as part of that big set for a £5. Right, another nice bundle of books has gone out. So these are the Redwall series by Brian Jacks. I paid £1 each in a Heart Foundation for this last week, I think it was. Not what I'd usually pay, but they all look, I don't know if you can tell from that one, but they're basically all brand new and unread. They're in great condition. I think I've even marked them as new because you can just tell that they are new. They've never been read, and they have sold for $34.99 plus postage. So very nice. As soon as I listed them, within an hour or so, they had 3 or 4 watchers. So my memory card ran out. So apologies if that got cut off. But yeah, Redwall, good. A nice bundle of Terry Pratchett going out. This is the type of stuff I really enjoy selling. So that Redwall stuff and Terry Pratchett, that's all my kind of the books I kind of like. So yeah, really I find it more enjoyable when I'm selling books like that. If it's just sort of like a lot of, I don't know, just like stuff that I'm not really interested in, it's good to get the sale, but at the same time I'm like, okay, that's gone. But when I sell these, I'm like, oh good, someone's hopefully can enjoy some Terry Pratchett books. It's just weird. It's just how I am, I suppose. But yeah. But they have sold for $19.99 plus postage. That's gone to a repeat buyer. That's good. I don't know who that is. Oh no, I know who that is because they've actually bought the next item. That's why they're a repeat buyer. So a little different from Terry Pratchett, but these are, how have I described them? Paranormal romance. So yeah, there is quite a following of this kind of stuff. So I kind of, I suppose, think Twilight, but a bit sexier. I suppose like a Mills and Boons Twilight type combo. So this one, there's a lot, I think a lot here by the same author. So there's quite a few by Lindsay Sands. This one's called Bite Me If You Can. This one is Born to Bite. This is Coyote's Mate by Laura Lee. Yeah, I won't go through the whole lot, but you kind of get the gist. So yeah, I suppose more 50 Shades maybe than Twilight. Don't know. Anyway, they have sold for $13.99 plus postage. They've gone to the same person who's bought the. They've gone over. They're going overseas. Yeah, so they're going GSP. So I'll have to just send them separately. I can't send them all together, but yeah, it's just how it goes with GSP. If anyone doesn't know, GSP is eBay's global shipping program. So if you don't know how it works, us in the UK send it to a UK address, which is held, it's basically an eBay factory or whatever, and they take it in, mark it as received, and then from the seller's point of view, that's us done. Then they ship it onto the customer. They deal with all that kind of stuff. They set a price for the shipping. They deal with any kind of problems that may arrive. So as long as it's been confirmed that it's been arrived in the UK address, fine. Anything after that, eBay should deal with. Any kind of queries, items not received, whatever, they should deal with it. So if you do get any queries with it, just contact eBay, tell them it was GSP. They will have to look into it, probably refer it to their GSP team and then deal with it that side of it. Don't deal with it yourself. Almost the last one now. John Le Carre book. John Le Carre, John Le Carre, I don't know how you pronounce it, never really known. It's got a little thing above the E, which I can't remember what it's called, so I don't know if it's Carey or Care or whatever. Let me know if you know. 4 books, they have sold for $7.99 plus postage. And finally, for the load of sales that I've had, so these 3 Agatha Christie CD audio books have sold for £12 plus postage. I think I paid £1 in a charity shop for the 3, so yeah, easy. So that's it for sales. Not terrible, I suppose. It's not great, but some nice bits going out, some nice bundles. I say the last 3 or 4 I think it were, which are sort of the better ones, almost sort of some of the better ones, they've literally sold this morning I think, so yeah. I did end 25 items and relisted them, give them a little bit of a jig around, changed titles, changed the price slightly, and got them uploaded this morning, so that hopefully will give a nice boost to my store. I've done some more which are going on tomorrow, just some new items, so yeah, there's always new stuff going on, and there's some good stuff going on, and always is, but yeah, it's just the time of year. I'm putting it down to that. What can you do? It's just what it is. All I can do is just keep listing, keep persevering, and yeah, things will get better. I know they will. I've got some bits to upload. So this, I've got a bundle of Simon Scarrow books. I've actually got a bundle listed, which I think I've been listed for like a year or so already, and they're pretty reasonably priced, and so I don't really know why they've sold, but what I'm going to do is just bundle up a load more. So I think I've got a bundle of 8 or something, so and I've got another bundle of 8 or so, so I'm just going to double it up, change the price, get it relisted, and hopefully get the whole lot out together, because in theory the people who want to buy them will save on postage, so that will be good, hopefully. And you can probably see behind me that I haven't really made a whole lot of progress with getting through this. It's just a constant thing, because last week I got all those books come through, so thank you again Lynn for all of those. That's, yeah, some of these Simon Scarrow ones, where they come from, and a load of others. I've got so many listed, and I've still got 2 or 3 bags full at home, so and there's potentially more coming at some point, so I've been trying to get on top of that, and trying to make some room at home, because for some reason I decided to take them home instead of bringing them over here. I think it's because there's just too much over here at the minute, so just kind of didn't see the point in bunging it all up in here instead, and I'm bunging it all up at home. Genius. There is no method to my madness. Sometimes I try and think, oh, there is method to my madness, but a lot of the time there isn't. I just do whatever I think is best at the time. Generally it's not always the best course of action, but I think I'll leave it there, keep it fairly brief and short video, and then get these things ordered, get these orders sent out, and then I can crack on and get some more bits listed and hopefully get some sales moving. Thank you very much for watching. I shall see you in the next video. I shall leave another video around here and some playlists and a subscribe button here, because if you can help me get to 2,000 subscribers, that would be wonderful. The last count, I think I was about 18 away. My last 2 videos have really jumped up, so I'm hoping this one will take me over the edge. We will see. There is, once I get to 2,000, it's, I'm obviously not going to stop there. It's just a nice milestone to get to. So thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye bye.